The Nancy Guthrie case. Nancy is still missing, and hear me out. I am wondering if the Pima County Sheriff's Office is giving the public too many updates at this point. And again, hear me out on everything thus far. So I want to back up a couple of days, and look, I'm trying not to do the Nancy Guthrie podcast every day because I feel like, and I hate saying this because I am not saying this story is unimportant. It's very important. I just feel like there is some fatigue here because it's so confusing. There are so many reporters on the ground. There is so much information floating around. So I'm going to focus on Pima County today and a few other things. So again, we're going to back up to Monday when the Pima County Sheriff's Office announced that the Guthrie family had been cleared as suspects. I will read to you what Sheriff Nanos said, and I just want to say this. I cover a lot of missing persons cases. I have in the past, I do now, and in no way am I implicating anyone at all. I just have to say, it's very odd to rule out suspects when the person hasn't been found yet. I have not necessarily heard of this before. The sheriff's office announcing so and so's not a suspect, they're not a suspect when the person hasn't been recovered or hasn't been rescued. I'm just very confused by this. And maybe it's because the family members were getting some kind of harassment, and I don't know personally if the family members like Annie and Tommaso have experienced personal harassment. I mean, of course, we know the internet went crazy, but I don't know what's happening to them personally that would really cause him to say this. But let me read this to you. A statement from Sheriff Chris Nanos on the Nancy Guthrie investigation. Quote, to be clear, the Guthrie family, to include all siblings and spouses, has been cleared as possible suspects in this case. The family has been nothing but cooperative and gracious and are victims in this case. To suggest otherwise is not only wrong, it is cruel. The Guthrie family are victims, plain and simple. Please, I'm begging you, the media, to honor your profession and report with some sense of compassion and professionalism. End quote. Fine. I mean, that's fine. I feel like nobody in my world or in my algorithm or the reports that I have seen have implicated Tommaso or Annie in the last week. And remember, we're on week 3. Really, this happened very early on with Ashley Banfield. And I have to wonder how she is feeling right now with all of this. But again, I just go back to thinking it's strange to clear people when Nancy Guthrie has not been found yet. But okay, fine. Now let's go to the glove, or I should say the gloves, because at this point, my mind is blown. And now I'm going to actually share my screen with you so you can see the update by the Pima County Sheriff's Office on the glove, because I was shocked. This was something I felt like we didn't necessarily need to see this. I guess at this point, I just feel like it really seems to make people not have faith or confidence in Pima County. So basically, the glove that was found about 2 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's home was sent off to a lab, and there was some back and forth about where the glove should be sent for testing, because Sheriff Nanos used a lab that he uses all the time, and pundits and other people were arguing that he should have sent it to the FBI's lab. But now they posted on Twitter that the DNA that was submitted to CODIS was from the set of gloves found 2 miles away, and it did not trigger a match in CODIS, and it did not match DNA found at the property. The DNA found at the property is being analyzed, and further testing needs to be done as part of the investigation. I mean, again, I'm like, this is a wild update because the other day they told us that they believed there was a DNA match. Why would they say that? I am baffled. And just for those of you who are not familiar with what CODIS is, CODIS, it stands for the Combined DNA Index System, and it's a nationwide database that's run by the FBI that stores DNA profiles to help law enforcement identify suspects and solve crimes essentially. And the types of DNA profiles in CODIS are convicted offender profiles, arrestee profiles, different forensic profiles, anything that could have been collected from a past crime scene, and also the DNA of missing persons and unidentified remains. So those are all included in CODIS. And so again, I just go back to, I'll make myself bigger. I go back to just really being perplexed as to why Pima County is like, oh, we think there's a match. Oh, wait, there's not a match. Sorry. It's just like, wait a second. And I also can't help but think that they are doing this because there is so much public interest, and there's a lot of reporters on the ground. As I said before, a lot of reporters are on the ground, and there's a lot of different conflicting stories. So maybe that's why they're doing this. But I mean, guys, you don't have to. You could just have the FBI do the updates. And I'm sure a lot of you have thoughts on the FBI, and you're absolutely welcome to. But at this point, that's my thought. Have one agency do the updates, call it a day, give us an update once, maybe twice a week. That is it. I want to show you something else as well. This is so bad. This was a blue LL Bean shirt that was outside of the Guthrie's home. This photograph was taken on February 3rd. That was a couple of days after Nancy was first reported missing. Well, it turns out, and again, I continue to be baffled by these experts on the scene who are doing this. And here's the update. Nanos tells Matt Finn from Fox that the shirt was used by a canine team. Literally, it was left behind by a canine team, and that was it. That's what the shirt was. I mean, I think at a certain point they thought maybe this meant something, but no, it's just search teams. It's just people who know how to treat crime scenes and how to treat investigations. It's just those people throwing their stuff on the ground, which kind of reminds me of the gloves. Apparently, the search team was wearing black gloves and they were just kind of throwing them off wherever they felt like. I during the search, I don't understand that either. Something else that was reported today, which again is Tuesday, February 17th. This podcast is recorded a day in advance. So I read in the Daily Mail that Sheriff Nanos also said the phrase, and I'm going to paraphrase this part, but he basically said, no, we think that she's still alive because we haven't seen proof of death. I'm like, wait, we're saying the phrase proof of death now? I thought we were saying proof of life. You want to see proof of death? What is proof of death? I don't even know what that is. I mean, we saw a crime scene at her house. We saw blood, right? That seems pretty grim, but okay. And again, I'm very sorry if I'm speaking matter of factly on this. I don't necessarily mean to do that. I think that it's just we're at a point in this case where a lot of things are just so perplexing and really not adding up. I also want to show you just some drama that I've seen. I'm going to share this tab here. Megyn Kelly is going all in here. I mean, she made a video after the Pima County Sheriff's Office on Monday said that the Guthrie family was all cleared. She was like, kind of like they're lying. And I don't necessarily think that is the right way to go about it. I don't think they're lying. Again, I think it is too soon to rule out suspects. And I think what they're doing is they're really trying to protect the family here, or are they trying to throw somebody off, throw off the public, throw off a family member? I mean, I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't necessarily know if a video saying that they're essentially lying was the right thing to do, but yeah, oh well. Okay, let's play this video really quick. It's a short one. but it is the drama.
It's actually quite interesting now because I'll show you what the douchebag Chris Cuomo is saying. In fact, let's just play it now. And here's Fredo Cuomo on his little known show on News Nation, which has less viewers than I have fingers.
Oh,
now look, it's actually quite interesting now because
I mean, and he,
I'll show you.
She just
what the douchebag Chris Cuomo is saying.
And like, he didn't say anything that was like out of, I guess, so out of control or so out of the ordinary. It's just like everybody else. He's just giving his opinion on this case. Again, just like everybody else's. I just thought it was crazy that she called him a D-bag and started talking about his ratings. I'm like, oh my gosh, Megan. But I guess this is why, you know, she has an audience who appreciates that. Totally fine. I do want to close this by also replaying Savannah's last video, which came through on Sunday afternoon, just so you can all see it and it can sort of remain in your head, because in this video, I didn't get too much into it last time. I did feel like she was talking to somebody that she knows.
2 weeks since our mom was taken, and I just wanted to come on and say that we still have hope and we still believe. And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late. And you're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing. And we are here. And we believe. And we believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
Okay, well, let me just click off there. I mean,
This print, we print all the signs that help.
Sorry. So there you have it. That was her last video. She does believe in the goodness of every human being. I felt like she was talking to somebody there. I don't know why, but somebody that she knew. And it's heartbreaking. It's truly heartbreaking. But just to close things, additionally, TMZ received a fourth email. And I go back to saying that these are two parallel cases here. This person sending the email to Harvey Levin is claiming that he has information about where Nancy is, you know, who the kidnapper is, and he doesn't trust the FBI. So he wants to go through Harvey and TMZ. He also has some kind of rap sheet with a burglary. So he doesn't want to be blamed in any way. I mean, it's so insane. It's so insane. But yeah, that's where we're at. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. And hopefully you found this update helpful. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode. And again, my heart and my thoughts are really with the Guthrie family right now. And, you know, any family that's suffering. Thanks again.